Hey guys, what is going on? And welcome back to another episode of the Huddersfield Town Career Mode. This is episode number 70, and today we are returning with two more big games with our Terriers in the league and the FA Cup once more, plus transfer deadline day as well. So lots to get through today. Let's just get straight to it. Now to briefly recap the last episode, I'll try my best to do it briefly. We first took on Chesterfield in the FA Cup third round, and we won by a goal to nil. So pleased enough with that. And I also saw that Andre Green did leave the club and join Bournemouth, and after that, we were successfully able to negotiate two contract extensions with Steve Mounier and Axel Twansby as well, which means that both of those players are going to stay at the club and won't leave on a free transfer. Thank goodness for that. And the final game, the second and final game, was a 1-0 victory over Watford as well. And so today, we've got games against Norwich away at Carrow Road, the first one in the Premier League, and then in the FA Cup fourth round, we'll play someone, but we don't know who they're going to be yet. Their replay, the third round replays in these 2 days here, and we'll find out our fourth round opponents for the Saturday and Sunday weekend on transfer deadline day, which you'll also see today as well. So yeah, lots to get through. Let's dive straight into it. Lost for words. Very rare that I'm lost for words, isn't it? But let's find out our fourth round opponents in the FA Cup first before we do anything. The replay is going to be played on these 2 days here, so let's find out who we've been drawn against. As you see the email there letting us know about the tournament prize money. I'm gonna guess Blackburn Rovers. I don't know why. We'll just have to wait and see. It's gonna be, it's gonna be Swansea away at the Liberty Stadium then, a day after transfer deadline day. So yeah, today we'll have the games against Norwich, transfer deadline day, and then Swansea, which I thought would be on Saturday or Sunday. Instead, it's Monday. Who are Blackburn playing, out of interest? Are they even in a competition? Oh, they are. They're at home to Coventry. Oh, we were only 2 balls away from being drawn against them as well, based on the fixture list there. That was quite close. But just before our first game against Norwich, what about this for an email to start off with? We are in a transfer window, and Spurs are taking advantage of that by putting in a bid for Moses Simon of £26.1 million. And of course, Spurs this season neck and neck with us for pole position in the Premier League. They are currently leading the way. But I'm not even going to bother responding to that email. I'm not going to bother dignifying with a response. Moses Simon is going nowhere. Hands off, Pochettino. So first game today, it is indeed Norwich here at Carrow Road. A side just above the relegation zone, and a side we've already beat this season at home as well. Certainly fancy our chance heading into this game as Norwich play a 4-2-3-1 with some decent players, but certainly a team we should fancy our chance against, as our team is the normal league lineup, if you will. I don't know why I love saying that, but it just sounds so cool. Normal league lineup for the game in our 4-4-1-1. And we are, of course, still on this very long undefeated run since the 20th of October when we lost to Paris Saint-Germain away in France. So fancy our chance today. Let's get the 3 points of Vitinho in fine form this season. Let's even score another Rabona goal against Norwich like he did at the Kirklees Stadium. Or maybe not a Rabona, maybe he fakes the Rabona on the goal line and then skill shots it in. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But the way that Vitinho has played this season, the way he has been playing, he scored against Watford as well. It's crazy, man. But the guy just can't stop. He just can't stop. 1 goal behind Moses for the top scorer in the league, and has the most amount of assists in the league as well. He's been amazing this year as Bradley King turns one and crosses, and there's Malcolm at the far post. It's headed clear. Moses can't get there. It might drop to Cater. It does. He'll find Davis. Flicks it back to Sessegnon. Into Will Davis. Fast start here. Can find an opening. Vitinho gets to Davis. Oh, should have been 1-0 and assist for Vitinho. That was a finish far from handsome from the pretty boy as he gets on the ball again and finds Moses, and that should be 1-0. No, Gunn makes the save. Malcolm dinks one to the back stick, headed clear, and Norwich escape through Grant Hanley. 2 very good chances, 12 minutes in, still 0-0 though. Let's find an early goal and settle some nerves as Malcolm tries to cut past one. As Vitinho running through, he'll find him. It's Vitinho! There we go, baby, there we go. And what a surprise, it's that man again. Vitinho with the finish. Norwich 0, Huddersfield 1. He just can't stop scoring. This season, Vitinho has stepped it up a notch. He's kicked it up a gear.
So the first goal
he's kicked You know what I'm trying to say. He's playing much better than ever before, and I'm absolutely loving it, man. Vitinho, now the joint top scorer in the league this season. Most amount of assists as well. What can this guy not do in this Huddersfield team? Still the lead is 1 with 8 minutes to go in the first half. Not a great first half, despite the frenetic pace. The game sort of slowed down a little bit since then, but we are still leading. As Suarez gets on the ball, plays it inside. And that's a really important block by Tuan to be there. Was that Josh Murphy? I think it might have been, who took the shot. And that is a huge block by the captain there, marking that contract extension with a goal-saving block, perhaps, as it is still 1-0. Then Malcolm clears the corner of it straight to Murphy, who turns it in. And Norwich are back on level terms, and Josh Murphy this time says to Axel Tuansby, I'm not to be denied twice. Puts it in from just inside the area. Lovely clean strike, and Norwich back on level terms. Well, a little bit unfortunate for the goal there, as Norwich whipped a corner to the near post. Hudson came out to meet it, and he tried to claim it, and in the end, Malcolm at the near post got it clear, but straight to Josh Murphy, and on the half volley. That's a brilliant goal, to be fair. A really nice strike. We've had quite a lot of luck in our favour this season, so we can't really complain too much, but a great strike by Murphy, to be fair. Take nothing away from that. 1-1. Just over half an hour to go. We are still tied at 1-1, courtesy of that Josh Murphy goal just before the break. Can we get back in front of this one as Malcolm finds Moses down the right-hand side? And I spot Vitinho in the middle, so I'll aim for him, and it goes. Oh, goalkeeper! What a howler! And Bradley King at the far post capitalises and puts us back in front with one of the easiest goals he'll score in his career. Malcolm round his man, crosses, and I tell you, the first goal was the goalkeeper getting caught in no man's land, and the second goal, the third goal even, the exact same as well. Bradley King turns it in, and for Angus Gunn, oh, he knows, he came for the cross, he got nowhere near it, and Bradley King punishes him. 2-1, back in front. Poor goalkeeper. Oh, Madison is through here, Madison is through here, and Norwich are back on level terms with just a few minutes on the clock, and we're going to slip up here at Carrow Road. I don't believe this. Were they hugging me? What are you doing, lads? Get off me. Seriously, 2-2. Oh, one more chance here. Odibarjo on the ball. Sends his man walking. Can he cross? Yes, he can. Great delivery. Headed clear to Anthony back inside. To Odibarjo. Down the right. Cross. Good one. Gun punches clear. This time gets it right. One more chance. No. Headed away, and that will do it. And Norwich take points off us here at Carrow Road. And once again we slipped up, and the gap between us and Spurs gets extended. I can't believe this. This is not good enough. To be fair to Norwich, they had more shots and more on target as well, so probably deserved at least a point, really, if the stats are anything to go by. But for us, we can't afford to do this, man. Spurs are going to pull away and we won't catch up. I'll give man of match to Josh Murphy, though, scored their lovely first goal and caused a lot of problems when he was still on the pitch. 2-2 the final score, and that is a really damaging blow, because you see the table on the screen right now, and you'll see it at the end of the episode as well. Spurs now 4 points clear with 16 games to go, and whilst there's still plenty of the season left to play, they rarely ever slip up, so that was a really damaging draw and a really sickening blow to throw it away so late on. Still only myself to blame, really. I mean, we were given a gift to go back in front after that Angus Gunn howler, and my poor defending is what cost us in the end. So, as we approach transfer deadline day, nothing to report as of yet until now, as we have a bid here, presumably, for Moses Odibarjo from Southampton for £7.1 million. And the right back wanted by the Saints. And we really like this guy. He's a very capable backup right back for the Ox. Plays very well every time he's in the team. But I'm not against selling him with some really good right backs coming out of the academy like Moses Kuti and the man you just saw there, Lowell, as well. So I might negotiate with the Saints and see how high we can get a bid up to. So valued at £9 million. The fact the fee is under the valuation makes no sense to me. Even if he's not a first choice right back here, we're going to ask for something realistic. And I'm going to say £16 million, which is £7 million over the valuation. But he's a great little player to have, and I'm sure the Saints would love him. No, they say, can we settle on £7.8 million? No, we can't. Definitely not. Let's try another bid here. Let's go to 14.5 mil and see what they say to that. Because again, I'm not against selling him, as that'll give us a lot of money to play with just for deadline day. £8 million? No, that's nowhere near enough. Listen, if you really want Odubajo, you're prepared to pay what I believe he's worth, which is around 14 to 15 million pounds. However, I'll play nice and I'll say 13 million pounds and you can have him. That's still a decent fee for him. 4 mil over the valuation. I'll take that. I'll take that. Nope, he's not happy. He's going to storm out off in a tantrum, and Southampton won't be getting Mose Odubajo. Fair enough, we'll keep him. I like him. And just before transfer deadline day as well, we got an email here saying that the offer for Moses Simon has been retracted. Yeah, you get the hint, Mauricio. He's going nowhere. And that's good news for us. So that interest has finally been dropped. Doesn't really matter. We were never going to sell him anyway. And that will be that. So here we are then. Transfer deadline day. 10 hours to work our magic. Now we do have a little bit of money in our kitty right now to spend if we wish to do so. But really, email right on cue. If we are to get a little bit more cash and sign a couple more players, then we'll probably have to sell someone I want to use, because right now we're not getting bids for the players on the transfer list. So I'm not sure we'll do much on deadline day. I wouldn't mind trying to sign one player, but if we are to sign someone, it might have to be a pre-contract like Jean-Michael Seri, because there are 3 players on the transfer list right now, the shortlist right now, sorry, that I wouldn't mind getting on a free transfer if I could. And those players are right at the bottom. We've got Nathan Redmond from the Saints, who I think would be a great signing. 83 rated, can play on either side of the midfield and the striker role as well. Physically, so quick, looks fantastic. 77 stamina as well, plus some amazing technicals. Dribbling 90, finishing 90 as well. That would be great if we use him as inside forward or in the striker role as well. And a flair trait too, so I really like Redmond with the 4-star skills. Van der Beek with a 4-star weak foot, 23 years old, 83 rated as well, with some fantastic technical stats and 88 stamina too. And as for Seri as well, high work rates, love that on a midfielder, plus some amazing physicals, so well balanced, gotta love that. And some pretty decent technicals as well. So, yeah, let's put in some contracts. We'll start off with Nathan Redmond, who I would love to get to this club. Obviously, Redmond is a player that I have had before, and I'd love to get him on a free transfer as well. Now, obviously, in this team, the wingers that we've got some great depth, we've got some great options, and we've got some great young talent coming through as well. So we don't really need Nathan Redmond. So if he asks for an extortion amount of money, I'm not against saying no. Now, he wants to be an important squad member. That was to be expected, so that's okay. And a 5-year deal as well, which is what I was going to offer anyway, so that's good news. Is there a release clause? No. So let's find out how much he wants in terms of the money then. 110 grand a week. That's not a lot, to be fair, for an 83 rated midfielder that is 26 years old as well. It's only 20 grand over his current salary. 2 big bulky bonuses there, which we will go ahead and remove the first one, or the second one, sorry. And we'll see how much more he wants after that. No, he's fine with that. He doesn't want any more money. He's fine with that. So Nathan Redmond's in then, 110 grand a week. And that was a really quick signing, but I'm delighted. Welcome, Nathan. Well, that took me by surprise, because normally when you take out one of those bonuses, they ask for a little bit more cash. Even if it's 1 or 2 grand, you know, they'll always ask for a little bit more normally. But Redmond said no, he wants to join us next season. So Redmond will join, and I think that's an absolute steal there. Absolute steal on a pre-contract. Got some amazing stats, physically great as well. And him being English too, got quite a lot of English players here already. I like that signing a lot. That's a bargain, absolute bargain. So next man on my shortlist, not a pre-contract, but I want to try something here. Casey Palmer, who we had in the first 2 seasons on loan from Chelsea. The cam that was pretty decent for us, to be fair, until we decided to change things around and Vitinho became the main man in that position. He's not going to lose the position, but I wouldn't mind bringing Casey Palmer back permanently. Lots of you guys have been saying bring him back, he's a very good player. And I did like him whilst he's on loan here, so we'll try and put in a bid and get Chelsea to accept an undervaluation bid. If they don't, we won't be able to afford to sign him, but I'd like Casey Palmer back permanently. I miss him a little bit. Right, I'm going to be cheeky here and just offer them Ezekiel Garay. The chance they're going to want Ezekiel Garay is very low, but we can't shift him on otherwise, and they're not interested, no. They say they're not interested in him at all. Not even saying, no, we're looking for a different position, like sugarcoating it. They're just being blunt and straight up honest. He's not good enough. He's not good enough, simple as that. So, alright, fair enough. We'll offer a transfer fee then. And unless they do accept a lower valuation bid, this is not going to come off. So, oops, £7 million what I'll go in for initially. But I can see Conte walking out straight away. No, they want 10.4 mil, which we can't afford. So we'll counter that down a little bit, because we've got to pay his wages plus some bonuses too, you'd imagine. So we'll go to £8 million, which is 5.5 mil under the valuation. Highly unlikely Conte is going to say yes to this, and that might not be enough anyway, but we'll have to wait and see. Oh, no, they said that's fine. Okay, fair enough, that's okay then. So that deal is okay, and wow, I didn't see that coming off, fair enough. Only problem is I don't think we'll have enough money to pay his wages, unless he takes a major pay cut here, and doesn't want bonuses either. Because I'd really like him back. You know, he's only 24 years old, lest we forget, so still quite young. And at 79 rated as well, still a very good player to have in this squad. Now, I know we've got Jack Grealish and Vitinho, and of course King can also play through the middle as well. But I do like Casey Palmer a lot, so we'll see what he wants in the wages, and hopefully he'll take a pay cut. I'd love to bring him in permanently. Squad role rotation, good start. Casey would know his role in this club. Let's agree on the contract. I'll say the 5-year deal, as I always like to offer the longest amount possible, and they're okay with that as well. No release clause, good stuff, we're making progress. Now, how much money does he want per week? Now, I want him to take a pay cut, and I can see him and his agent storming out as soon as I offer it, but unless he's prepared to do that, we can't afford to sign him. So let's go. Oh god, can we? Oh, that was 50. Was that going to be 50 million? Whoops, can't afford that. Let's go 50 grand, because even that is really expensive for our budget right now. So 50 grand a week, and unless he says yes, we probably won't be able to afford him. No, the wages you're offering Palmer are insulting. My client is no longer interested. We'll see ourselves out. Obviously, quite a few players take pay cuts this year, and I absolutely love that a lot. But expecting Casey Palmer to take a 44 grand a week pay cut on a 5-year deal as a rotation squad member, that was certainly wishful thinking and then some. Now, as for another signing, there are 2 players here that we were looking at earlier, both central midfielders. Donny van der Beek, who now plays for Bournemouth in the game, and also Jean-Michel Seri from Nice as well. Both 83 rated, both fantastic stats on the pair of them. They've both got 4-star weak foot and 2-star skills as well. Now, Van der Beek has medium work rates. Seri's got high, which I prefer. But then Seri's 6 years older than Van der Beek, so presumably you'd imagine that Van der Beek has more potential and more room to grow. He's got more stamina, but I feel like Seri technically is probably a little bit better. Although is he? It's very hard to tell actually. Well, they've got better stats in different areas really. Plus, Seri has got better physical stats all round. I don't know which one I prefer here, because to be fair, like, even though Van der Beek would probably make more sense, a younger player, I kind of like the look of Seri, and he reminds me a little bit of Moses Odja in my St. Pauli career mode. I wouldn't be against signing Seri, and his wages are much cheaper as well, I do believe. Yeah, much cheaper, or so you'd imagine based on what the chief exec is considering the wage increase that Van der Beek would ask for. I'm going to put in a bit for Seri. We've agreed on 3 components in the contract: important squad role, a 3-year deal, and no release clause. Now, as for the money, let's find out what he wants. I think he'll ask for a wage increase. However, we'll put in his base salary to begin with and see what he says to that. I love how cheap this deal might be in the wages, and he only wants 3 grand a week extra. Absolutely love that, despite being 83 rated. So an experienced player coming in with a relatively low salary on a 3-year deal, 54 grand a week now, but that's still fine for me. It's only 9 grand a week extra, 11 grand a week extra than he's on right now. I'll take that. I'll take it every single day of the week. Whilst the Van der Beek deal might make sense for the future, I like Seri for now, and he does remind me a little bit of Moses Odja as well. So Jean-Michel Seri, welcome to the club. I like signing those experienced players, and I think he'll be a great addition to this squad. So just waiting for the transfer deadline day to end. 2 hours to go. We do have 1 email here, and it's going to be for Vitinho. And now Mauricio, mate, play fair, alright? You're already a few points clear of us in a title race as well. Stop trying to unsettle my players by putting in bids for them as well. Moses isn't going to New White Hart Lane. Vitinho is not going to New White Hart Lane. Leave the boys alone. The bros stick together. So that's going to do it for transfer deadline day. And that's insulting from Pochettino, saying they should go there instead. No, they're staying right here. So deadline day ends then. You can see what happened across the leagues then in the January transfer window. Sorry, I should say across the league in the January transfer window. Not exactly a really busy one for us. We did sell Andre Green to Bournemouth, £15.5 million, but I think we can live without him. And Redmond and Seri are coming in next season on free transfers as well. But I'm happy enough with what we did. You know, we had to sell a player in order to offer contracts to Mounier and to Ansby as well. I'm pretty happy with the fee we got for Andre Green, even though it was a reluctant sale. And as for the two signings coming on pre-contracts next season as well, a nice experienced midfielder with some great physical stats, and Nathan Redmond as well. I'm not going to say no to that. And the top deals of the window were Malik to Barcelona for £66.4 million, Casemiro from Real Madrid to Arsenal for £63 million, and Bernd Leno joining Real Madrid for £53.6 million. That's it then, transfer window is over, and I'm pretty happy with what we did. Oh yeah, and Alfie Mawson and Joe Hart are still here. They're saying the exact same thing in the emails now as well, not even bothering to write their own now. Joe just saying to Alfie, what are you saying to the gaffer in your email? Sell me in the next transfer window. I'm not being selected, so what's the point in paying me to do next to nothing? I'm fed up. Yeah, sounds good. I'll say the same thing. So both of those players are still here. Fair enough. And also another bid for Sessegnon as well. Why bother? The window's shut, Eddie Howe. And there were 3 scouting updates as well, but only one player got signed to the academy. He was a Saudi Arabian cam, I do believe. So we'll take a look at him here. Left winger, sorry, not cam. But we'll take a look at him here. You can see the boys in the academy right now looking so good. Henry Davis, 88 to 94 potential, 66 rated as well. He's getting promoted very soon. Look at that already, dribbling 85 on the 17-year-old. Gotta love that. Olof Sjöberg as well, 90 to 94 potential, turned 16 already. So I can put you in my first team. Van der Meer looks great as well. Gustafsson not looking quite as good, so I'm going to go ahead and release him. And Lundin still looks pretty decent as well. Linkvist still looks pretty decent. Turner looks great as well, 85, 91 potential, and already 66 rated. And this is the guy we just picked up here, Khalaf Al-Shahaf, or Sahaf, 61 rated, left winger, 71, 94 potential, and not too slow either. Looks pretty decent as well, as does Magnus Bergström too. I just love our academy, man. Youth players make a career mode great, and there are so many great ones in this save. Absolutely love it. And what a surprise. Vitinho once again voted player of the month. This guy just can't put a foot wrong at the moment. He's been unbelievable. Joint top scorer in the league, most assists in the league as well. 83 rated, and most importantly, not a Spurs player. Staying with us, and hopefully will help us retain the title. Alright guys, so second and final game today. It's now Swansea away at the Liberty Stadium. We've had quite a few good battles with Swansea over the seasons, and this one should hopefully be no different. They're lining up in a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Once again, a very good team, a really good midfield, and a great attack as well. In fact, their whole team is really, really good. And I also know in the last episode I didn't use the FA Cup ball, so apologies for that. I'm using it today. But our team is a 4-4-1-1, but lots of changes after our draw against Norwich. Hart's in goal, about 4 of Jespersen, the Great Dane wearing the armband, Keenan Odubajo, with Keon left out in midfield, Kachunga on the right, Cater and Marty in the middle, Connor Chaplin the striker, but of course, Vitinho has to start as our centre forward. So Swansea, second and final game. Let's get the win and get through to the 5th round of the FA Cup. Obviously, the one thing we need to avoid tonight is the dreaded FA Cup replay. We've got some really big games to come in February, none bigger than the first leg of our Champions League round of 16 clash against Barcelona. We don't need another game in the calendar, so we need to get through a minimal fuss tonight without the replay. As King spots Connor Chaplin. Oh, great save by Merritt, and Kachunga misjudges the flight of the ball, and it's cleared by Kolasinac. What a stop by the young Italian there, and Swansea remain on level terms. We're past the hour mark now as Kachunga goes down, still 0-0. Not been a great game this one, just not been able to create much in this one, so going to make a change and switch to a 4-1-2-1-2 diamond wide and see if we can exploit Swansea's lack of wide midfielders with 2 of our own. So we're going to make some changes here. We're going to take off Daniel and Marty. No, we'll take off Cater instead actually. And we'll take off Bradley King. Bear with me. And what we're going to do is bring on Sisto down the left-hand side and Moses up top alongside Connor Chaplin as well. There's still time, there's plenty of time remaining, but in a game of very few chances, we need to get one and we need to take one. Come on lads, 20 minutes to go. This is not good enough. Daniel Amati to Jespersen. And Jespersen finds Vitinho through the gap. Quick McGee spin to beat one. He's got Moses with him. Can he play him through? The bros linking up again. It's Moses Simon. Yes! Gets in, fires it home. And with 17 minutes to go, we may well have won the game and booked our place into the 5th round. And once again, it's the same combination. Moses on the end of a Vitinho through ball. These two are not going to Spurs. They're staying right here. And they're going to help us retain our domestic double. Great ball by Vitinho. Clinical finish by Moses. 1-0 to Huddersfield Town. And my word, did we need this. Hashtag ban FA Cup replays. We're not going to play one ever again. We're always going to get through on the first time of asking now. No replays ever. As Leroy Fer goes down the left and Odubajo closes him down as well. Come on, Huddersfield. Let's not let this slip. I want this win. I want to get through tonight. Valena's corner. Ball her Baston. What a save, Joe Hart. And that will do it. It's all over. We've got the win. We've held on for the 1-0 scoreline. Right now, all of our wins seem to be 1-0s, but I'll take them over draws as we progress to the 5th round. Delighted with that. Not a great win, but a win regardless. And at the moment, I'll take anything. Our undefeated run does get extended, but don't get me wrong, guys, the performances are a slight concern. We still haven't lost since October. That's a fantastic run for us, a great streak. However, it is true, we're not dominating games, we're not controlling games, we're scraping 1-0s, and that's not the Huddersfield Town way. That's not what we're built on, but for the time being, I'll take it. And for man of the match, once again, what a surprise, it's Coutinho. Set up the only goal of the game with a lovely through ball as we claim the win and get through to the FA Cup 5th round. But that will end today's episode of the Huddersfield Town Career Mode, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like, as likes are of course very much appreciated, and really help the channel out as well. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode of the Huddersfield Town Career Mode very soon, which you won't want to miss, as it will feature the first leg of our Champions League round of 16 tie against Barcelona as we go for revenge after they knocked us out at this stage last year. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you for the next episode, unmissable one, very soon. Bye.